We have a culture here where the music always comes first. And I think that culture is expressed by the faculty who understand that. It's conveyed by the camp. And our first rule is that you stay with the people you're with and you stay with the piece that you're with. In other words, you have to make a commitment. And so ego, it might bubble to the surface because people say that, it's not about ego, but if people who really work hard to attain a high level have natural pride in what they do. And so it's really trying to join the four prideful voices together so that there's an overriding sense of accomplishment for the entire group. Not that one is crushed at the expense of another ego. No, but it's important, and I think this has been highly successful here, that the faculty and the students know that we're all humble before the music that we're trying to learn. It's very humbling and an incredible privilege. And as long as we keep that before us, it's not a big deal. It's like poetry in that the art of the string quartet is a real distillation of the composer's art. And to be successful at integrating four individual voices to sound like a larger ensemble, to really fulfill the orchestral colors of a bigger group is quite an art. And that's why the repertoire that we have at hand, the Beethoven quartets, the Haydn quartets, the Mozart, Brahms, Debussy, etc., these works represent the best works of these composers. You can only play it after you've spent many, many hours studying it and grasping the structure and the composer's intention. And it's like building a house. You have to look at the plans. And the listener doesn't necessarily have the time to look at the plans and go through this house from the ground up, from the basement up. And it's kind of a fleeting experience, just listening to a piece. Whereas in a performance, you really become familiar with every brick, with every nail, with every joist. And so you really understand the structure of it and the lines of it, the arc of it, the life and the expression of it. Well, I think that as we become more technology conscious, things are so fast. And I think even though there's an emphasis on intuition, I think that the arts really give us grounding and traction in terms of being mindful of what the human experience truly is. And I think with the way things are so speedy, that our culture has put value into what is spectacular and marketable and maybe extra facile rather than what is profound and what is lasting and what is substantive. So my drum beat is always that classical music is always the human experience itself rather than observing the human experience. So I think that this is why the students here always feel a profound connection to the music that they're studying. Well, it's extremely complex. It's at once you are called upon to play your role and you're the only one playing that voice. At the same time, you must always pay attention to blend, so you're kind of submitting yourself to the larger product. And I think that's really an art and a skill where you express yourself in the fullest way possible with respect to the composer's music. At the same time, you have to work in concert with 3 other powerful individuals and find a way so that you sound like one. So that's an enduring and ongoing dynamic of compromise and struggle, finding the right balance, or the times where one comes to the fore and the other one has to recede into the background. Ever developing love and awe of the music that they've had before them, and that they had a sense of continuity and a sense of honor being a part of this, and the value of what this process gives to them: discipline, commitment, endurance, a taste of the actual human experience as expressed in music. But I think that the sense of the friendships that they make, I think they make really lasting friendships here, because it's like being in the trenches. They work really, really hard. They watch each other's backs. They really get to know each other. So that's what I love seeing a lot, is how bonded they become to each other, and also that they develop good relationships with teachers. Just that it's been an incredible privilege for me to serve as on the faculty and as music director, and it's helped me to grow immensely in terms of my understanding of young people and about the musical process. And I just felt it's been a really fulfilling and rich experience for me here.